Alright, so you guys liked the last Terraria video, well, the tier list video, like, a lot. So I decided to do another one. But this time, we doing all the NPCs. Now, listen, pause. Hey, okay, so this is future me. The reason why a lot of those NPCs are down in the question mark is because I don't know what their name is, and so that means I don't really know how to do the research. Or I've literally never seen them in my entire life, to the point where I don't think they exist. But if you want a part 2, make sure to like a video and let me know in the comment section if you want me to do my research and find every single one of those NPCs, and I will. Alright, let's continue the video, look. Alright. Let's go. Starting with the guide, I think it's pretty obvious he's in... I guess we're going to put him in an S tier. And here's why. Number one, as if when you're a beginner, even if you're a pro and you forget a material or crafting recipe, you can just go straight to him. He'd tell you. But that's what the wiki's for. You want to know another reason why I'm putting him in S tier? It's because he summons Wall of Flesh. And you need that guide with it all. You need to sacrifice him. Yeah, you need to literally sacrifice him in order to progress. You literally cannot progress without him. And Wall of Flesh drops class specific things as well. It doesn't just unlock hard mode, it can get something for your class. So yeah, the guide is extremely useful. Let's move on. Merchant is a pretty useful MP. Actually, I'm gonna put him in A. Listen, he sells the bug net, which you can get truffle worms, you can get gold stuff to sell, you can get truffle worms for, you know, the Duke fish run fight. He sells a piggy bank, so you can just put everything in a piggy bank. He just sells a bunch of stuff that, like, just a bunch of other stuff that you could be pretty useful, like, pretty useful. Piggy bank, bug net, and I know there's a lot more. Those are just the only two that come to mind. Regardless, he's still a pretty useful NPC. Nurse, I think I'm gonna put her in the B tier. She's helped me a lot of times, especially when I'm fighting Moonlord. I mean, she's not as useful as the top tier because I don't really have to use her as often. But whenever you're low and you're getting low in the fight and you literally can't heal because you already used your potion and your potion's on cooldown, if you have gold, you just go to her and you're fully healed. So she's actually pretty useful. But I don't say she's like, I don't think she's up here because I don't really use that as often. As long as you're good at, it honestly depends on how good at dodging you are. If I sucked at dodging, she'd be more up here, but I mainly only use her for the Moonlord fight. It's probably a different story on other difficulties, but, you know. Die Trader is, from my knowledge, one of the worst NPCs in the entire game. I don't want to say F because I guess he does give you cool dyes and stuff. But yeah, you're just gonna go there. Hey guys, it's me again, just reminding you I did my research, a lot more research on this NPC, and she's an A tier now. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know. It's a him. We're not doing this again. Put him in B tier because why am I putting him in B tier exactly? Think, Justin. Think. Oh right, he sells bombs and grenades and just a whole bunch of getting access to bombs that quickly, like just like that. Getting an NPC that just gives you access to all of that type of stuff, very, very useful. But like, once again, you're not going to need it all the time, you know, but just having access to that type of stuff is pretty useful. So I'm going to put her in the, freaking put him in the B tier. All right, let's move on. Painter is a C tier. I mean, he's sort of on the same rank as the Die Trader, but I mean, at least he makes your stuff look cool. The golf, I'm going to put him at C tier. Listen, okay. His golfing stuff may be useless, but you get a little bit of enjoyment out of it. He's mainly an NPC for enjoyment, not more for useful, you know? So, I'll put him in a C tier. Gonna be honest, I don't even know who that is. I don't think I've ever seen that one in my life. Arms Dealer is definitely an S tier. And this is why he's like probably one of the most, if not the most important NPC for Ranger class, obviously. He sells the Mini Shark, and the Mini Shark can be transformed into a Star Cannon, which sucks, because, well, it doesn't suck, but you have to run him and Fallen Stars, so you gotta collect a lot. Or the specific better one, the Mega Shark. That Mega Shark is OP. He also sells a whole bunch of other stuff that could be used, like, I think he sells an ammo box, which saves 20% ammo. He sells the illegal gun parts, which you need for the Mega Shark. He's just literally one of the most useful NPCs for, you know, Ranger. So, yeah, I'm putting him in there. Goblin Tanker, obviously, is going in S tier again. This is why. He reforges. He who can reforge your swords and make them a whole lot better. You can make your accessories a whole lot better. Your pickaxes, anything you want other than armor, I think. Especially this. If you get that 3 menacing, which gives you 12% more damage, and 2 warding on your accessories, which gives you 8 plus defense, it's so useful. And then you get your reforges on the rest of your like swords or bows, whatever you're using for your specific, depending on what class you're using. It's very useful. Okay, so this girl is annoying specifically because this is the Dyess or something, whatever it's called. I don't even Dryad. I'm gonna put her at a C tier. Actually, no, I'm gonna put her at a B tier, actually. Because, you wanna know, she sells pumpkin seeds, and you can plant pumpkin seeds. And the reason why that's good is that it's one of the materials you need to summon in, the Hallows, the freaking Halloween event thing. And you have to actually kill one of the mini-bosses from that thing to get one of the swords for the Zenith. Not only that, if you do that stupid all good riddance thing, which is actually something I'm doing, she gives you a cool achievement. So yeah, but yeah, just because you can get that sword, because of just because you can get pumpkins, which can access that, that events, that Halloween events that get you the sword, it's pretty useful. It also heals your NPCs and stuff too if they get damaged, so that's a little bonus, but mainly because of that horseman's place, she's up there. Doublekeep. He's actually pretty useful. I'm gonna put him in A tier. Now, he drops a sword that is absolutely underrated. Well, not he drops his sword, but he summons the old man's army, and that army can give you some pretty useful stuff for later on. I think you might need some stuff for summoner. I don't really know though, but he can give you stuff, a lot of useful stuff. For example, if you kill that dragon, he can give you a very good sword, very good. So almost as good as sort of similar to the Terra Blade, honestly. Probably a little bit worse, but still really good sword. And everything else you could get from the old man's army is really good. And the guy's also good for summoner class because he sells a set for summoner class, I think, as well. He's pretty good NPC, I'm not gonna lie. Witch Doctor he's alright. I'd say I'm gonna put him in B tier. Actually no, I'm gonna put him in C tier. He may not sell too much. Actually, no, B tier. He may not sell too much, but... Okay, no, C tier. Final answer. He may not sell too much, but he sells the venomous arrows. And those venomous arrows, I've heard, pretty freaking good for Ranger. I think they're the end game arrows you use. Old man, obviously, he's going in here because you literally, once again, you need him. Literally need him to progress. All those bosses, the Eye of Cthulhu, the Brain of Cthulhu, or Eater of Worlds, whatever you're fighting, you get the stuff from them to gear up to fight the Skeletron guy. And that Skeletron guy unlocks a dungeon. He summons a boss and unlocks a dungeon. The dungeon gives you extremely good stuff. Really good stuff. And you need that stuff to progress. And Skeletron, he might even give you a bone hand as well, but... Yeah, I mean, it's not the best thing, but still, he's literally a needed NPC for progression, so yeah. Clothier's not that useful. I'm probably gonna put him in C tier. Only thing that makes him not in the D tier is that if you get a Clothier voodoo doll and put it in your accessory slot, it gives you access to kill him, and you can summon Skeletron again. So if you ever wanted to just try to get the couch or just try to get the bone hand, you could just fight him again, and he could just use the summon Skeletron over and over and over and over and over and over. That's pretty much all he's good for, but yeah, that's pretty much it. The engineer guy, the girl, Zara, I think that's her name. She's alright. I mean, I'll put her in a C tier probably. He gives you stuff, like the mechanical lens, which is really good. Well, not really good, but it's good. And she gives you stuff that's good for the dungeon. Not the dungeon. The jungle temple. It gives you access to see all the traps, and it gives you a good view on where all the traps are, because that jungle temple has probably 1,000 traps. She's an alright NPC, but yeah. I think we all know where this one's going. We're going in S. No, I'm kidding. We're gonna put him in the F tier. Last one. Oh my goodness. This dude not only is just a complete jerk to you the entire time, you have to do 200 quests for this man to get an achievement. 200. He literally wastes a house slot. He doesn't do anything good for you. All you do, you just get an achievement and get an endless bucket, which you don't even need at all. It just collects shimmer stuff and you can bring it to your house, I think. But other than that, you don't need him. It literally wastes a house slot. Unless you want to suffer, you can go ahead and do his quests. Like, literally, you want to know a fun fact? The Zenith is a less rare achievement. More people have gotten the Zenith achievement than getting 10 quests complete for the Angler. Can you believe it? Everybody hates Angler. He's F. Party Girl, not really a useful NPC. All she does is just throw parties, and that's about it. I mean, all she's really used for is getting that one achievement, the celebration thing. I don't even know what it's called, but she's not really a good NPC. Isn't this the guy in the what do you call it? The Get Fixed Boy Sea, the one where you start in hell and you have to dig up? He's actually not that bad. You can get gold from him, I think. If you collect like every there and there, you can get gold from him. So I guess I'll put him in B tier. I think it's if it's not that guy, then I don't know who that is, but I think it's that guy. This guy is useless. I'm just gonna say it right now. I've never seen anybody needed this guy. Once again, he wastes a house slot in my opinion. He's not like, he doesn't sell anything important. Correct me if I'm wrong though. I just don't think he sells anything that you literally need. He's just there. This guy's pretty good. I think I'm gonna put him in the B tier. Mainly because, like, he's good for mage class. Because he gives you, actually, no, I'm going to put him in A. He's specifically A, because mage class, I mean, that crystal ball is very important. Like, very important for mage class. And it gives you some other handy stuff for mage class as well. He's a pretty important NPC. But, since it's only served for one class, I guess I'll rank him down a rank. But still, nevertheless, pretty important NPC. Truffle, very important as well. Once again, specifically for a class, but I'm gonna put him in here because stuff he sells you can turn chlorophyte into shroomite, and what that does, it gives you armor for ranger. That shroomite armor, you need it for ranger. It is flippin' fantastic. He even sells 2 helmets, or there's 3 helmets. I don't remember what the third one does though. 15% damage for bow, 50% damage for gun. He's extremely important. Probably actually like as important as these two. They're probably actually as important. I'm gonna bump them up because of that. Like, they're very important. Steampunker, pretty good. I'm not gonna bump her all the way up here. I'd say she's pretty good for clearing out corruption and crimson and the evil biomes and the hollow biomes. And if you want to do that achievement, knock yourself out. That's what I'm doing. The all good riddance one. You can knock yourself out with that. But yeah, she's pretty important because if that corruption gets bad, it's very annoying. Like, very annoying. So clearing that up is always a good thing to do. I've never found the cyborg important at all. Now listen, this is one of the ones I'm skeptical about though. I don't have the knowledge for this guy yet. He could be important. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do some research on him right now. Give me a minute. I was wrong. He's very important. He's pretty important, actually. He gives, like, well, not the... I'm gonna put him right here. This guy's good for selling rockets and stuff. Like, you know those, like, guns where they run on a specific rocket and you don't have enough? This guy moves in once Plantera is defeated, by the way. Just to point that out. Yeah, he's your guy. And he also sells, like, I don't even know, grenade launcher thing. Why is there 3 pluses here? Get that out of here. That's about it, though. But he's pretty important. This guy you just find wandering down in the just caves. He's alright. Probably the worst C tier rank. Unless you're a yo-yo user, then this guy's actually pretty important. Because if you're a yo-yo user, you can get a yo-yo bag from him. Well, you can get a yo-yo from him, but you can also get something like the yo-yo glove. And then you can use that to craft a yo-yo bag, which gives you master yo-yo skills, which could be pretty useful. But other than that, I don't really see any importance from him. Traveling merchant? No. You can sit right there. You sit right there. Nobody... Actually, Actually, you know what? I'm gonna bump up to the. He sometimes sells some pretty good stuff. I just don't really know all he sells, but everything that I've seen, he's a ripoff. Everything he sells is a ripoff. All right, let's just get the town slimes over with real quick, because it's just gonna be based on style. This guy, he's cute. I'm gonna put him in A. This guy, once again, pretty cute. Put him in A. This guy, he's in a B. This guy is really cute. This one's really cute as well. I'm gonna put him in S. He looks like Kirby. I'm gonna put him in B. And you're going in C. And you are adorable. You're going in A. And there's your tier list video. Once again, I have no idea what the names of these are. I've never seen anybody encounter them, like, at all. Like, I've never seen anybody encounter them. Any event ones on here are not included, by the way. These are just, like, main NPCs you could find in the real game. I don't know if these are later version NPCs, it's like earlier versions, but you know what? There is one NPC I know that it's not on here. It's the Lost Girl. Maybe this is the Lost Girl. I don't really know. But the Lost Girl would probably go right here because she gives you a metal detector. And I've seen this girl get trapped many times, but I never seen what she sells, and I genuinely couldn't care. Like, I never needed this or at all, so I guess I'll put her in F. There you go. Could be useful for something else, but I don't even know the name of her at all, so yeah, as far as I'm concerned, that's pretty much everything. Let me know if you guys know any of these NPCs. Tell me their importance if you want me to do like a part 2 on these, if you want me to rank these NPCs. I would research them. It's just I literally do not know their names at all. And I think some of them are event ones. And so, like, yeah, I don't really include the event ones mostly. But if you want me to do a part 2, you let me know. And I'll do a part 2. We'll also include the pets in that one in the next one. So hopefully you all enjoy part 1. I guess I'll make a part 2 once I learn all these NPCs. And yeah, I'll see you guys until then.